only on Cozy TV. Emergency now on
Portions of TV23's internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette. This is High Plains Today.
Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday, December 12th, 2017. Man, it's almost Christmas. Welcome to High Plains Today here on TV23. On today's show, Chief Courtney Leslie of the Hugoton Police Department. This is going to be their 10th year. They have Shop with a Cop coming up, and we're going to talk to Courtney all about that. In the meantime, let's see what's happening. The three men accused of plotting to bomb a Garden City apartment complex that also serves as a mosque say their rights are being violated by the exclusion of jurors from more politically conservative areas. The attorney for the three men say in documents filed in federal court in Wichita that the jury selection procedure is discriminatory and excludes rural and conservative jurors. According to a motion filed by attorneys for defendant Curtis Allen and joined by his co-defendants Patrick Stein and Gavin Wright, jurors in their case will be picked from registered voters from Wichita and surrounding areas and not from western Kansas. Voters in those areas of western Kansas are more likely to have conservative political views and are more likely to have supported Donald Trump in the 2016 election, according to the defense's motion. We'll see how that goes. In a press release from the Western Kansas Manufacturers Association, CEO Eddie Estes, the 3i Show for 2018 will be March 22nd to the 24th. The event has previously been held in October at the Western State Bank Expo Center the last couple of years in Dodge City. Western Kansas Manufacturing Association, the host of the 3i Show, stated they took surveys from farmers, producers, and others that have attended the 3i Show in the past to come up with the best date possible to hold the event. Those surveys showed that the best dates would be during the winter. With the quick turnaround in putting the 3i Show together for its new date, Estes said, "We're going to be busy." I'm sure you are, Eddie. Since 1953, this 3i Show has been promoting industry, implements, irrigation, and manufacturing in western Kansas. Well, more extreme current forecasting for the 2018 wildfire season in southwest Kansas is being predicted to be greater in comparison to conditions we saw last March in 2017. At this time, people are encouraged to start preparing now. You should clear about 100 feet around all structures on your property and mow down grasses an additional 25 feet beyond the 100-foot clearance. It is also advisable to trim any trees up away from the ground and make sure drives into your property are accessible for large firefighting equipment and that the sides of your drives are mowed down 25 feet on both sides. You should also have a plan in place to evacuate and that you have your important papers or documents stored for an easy grab if the need arises. Additionally, this is important, have a plan to check in with family members to let them know that you are safe and accounted for. You know, there's a lot of burning going on right now. In fact, yesterday, Texas County issued a no-burn ban for the county. All right, this from the City of Liberal. Tomorrow, the water service will be temporarily off in the morning from approximately 8 a.m. to noon in the area of 7th Street to 11th Street on North Prospect Avenue. Workers will go door to door and leave notification tags on all known services that will be affected, and if anyone is inadvertently missed, they apologize and are sorry for the inconvenience. This will be a routine tie-in to the new water line being installed on 8th Street. Most likely after the tie-in, there will be a boil water advisory posted for the area. The city of Guyman has issued a temporary road closure on Main Street. Beginning this morning, Main Street from 9th to 10th Street will be closed for a water line repair. The road could be closed for 2 or 3 days depending on issues encountered. Detour routes will be signed appropriately to help direct traffic around the construction. The leak only affects one house. Ooh, too bad for them. So no other outages are anticipated. The U.S. Supreme Court is letting a death sentence stand for a southeastern Kansas man who fatally shot a sheriff during a 2005 drug raid. The High Court declined yesterday to review Scott Cheever's case a second time. Cheever faces lethal injection for killing Greenwood County Sheriff Matt Samuels as Samuels tried to serve a warrant at Cheever's rural home about 75 miles northeast of Wichita. Cheever acknowledged shooting Samuels, but his attorney argued Cheever was too high on methamphetamine for the crime to be premeditated. Not sure how that works. Well, Greg Orman, who ran unsuccessfully as an independent in the 2014 U.S. Senate race, filed paperwork with the state to appoint a treasurer and start gathering campaign contributions in a gubernatorial contest with 20 candidates hungry to replace Governor Sam Brownback. Secretary of State Chris Kobach, viewed as a frontrunner among a dozen Republican candidates for the governor, said Kansans ought not be fooled by an absence of overt partisan labels on Orman. Bob Beatty, professor of political science at Washburn University in Topeka, said dynamics of the 2018 governor's race were instantly altered by Orman. He's a guy with name recognition built during his U.S. Senate campaign 3 years ago against Pat Roberts. There's no question Orman has access to deep pockets to finance a statewide campaign. That's going to be interesting. All right, that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening out there. You know what? There is a slight chance of precipitation coming up this weekend. We may take it out tomorrow, who knows? But other than that, it's a broken record. Back with the weather right after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
Watch these magnificent honeybees, staying busy pollinating the world and making honey while they do it. But these bees are suffering. The Wi-Fi in their hive is slow and buffers constantly. They struggle to watch their shows on Netflix and surf Pinterest. Bees hate that. So what do you do if you're a buffering bee? You switch to Pioneer Communications, who offer 50 megabit internet that's as sweet as honey. They've made the jump, and so can you. Pioneer Communications, your community connected.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. That's Independence University. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate.
1-800-274-8142.
You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you, wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
Okay, here we are, Tuesday. Looks a lot like yesterday. Looks a lot like last week. Lots of sunshine, no precipitation. Not much wind out there today, unlike yesterday. All right, let's take a look at the readings here at the station. Right now, it's 50 degrees, relative humidity. Yeah, it's dry. 29%. Winds are out of the west-northwest at 8. Barometric pressure is falling. Here we go. We're looking at the temperatures around the viewing area. Everybody's in the 40s and 50s. Well, you get over to Pratt, they're still at 36. There is high pressure kind of sitting right here on top of us, and that is keeping the winds out of the westerly, northwesterly direction. And as you get over further east, though, there's a cold front that's still hanging around. Now, we're going to be a lot warmer than they are in the eastern part of the viewing area. Looking at the current dew points, everybody is dry, dry, dry. Look at 9 again out at Lamar. Winds, yep, everybody, that high pressure causing those winds out coming off the front range, coming off the slopes, heading this way. It's going to keep our winds at a westerly, southwesterly direction. Looking at the highs and lows as recorded yesterday, Garden City Regional Airport got to 64 yesterday, 69 the record back in 96 and 04, 22 when you walked out yesterday morning, -8 back in 1961. Yeah, you guessed it, nothing new in the bucket. All right, here's what we've got in store for today, 61. Now, this is pretty much going to be in the southwestern part of the viewing area. Winds are going to be out of the west at 11. Then tonight, clear, 31. Now, that's not going to be too bad, especially with no cloud cover. Winds are going to be out of the southwest at about 10, switching around to the northwest as that high pressure continues to move in. Tomorrow, not as warm, little windier though. Winds are going to switch around to the north at 16, gusting up close to 30 as we go on. Tomorrow night, got a lot of clouds that are going to roll in though. Winds will be out of the north-northwest at 16, overnight low of 29. Then, as we look at the 7-day, you can see we're going to stay into the 60s and 50s. Now, this is way above seasonal norms as we go. 20s for the lows. There was about a 20% chance of precipitation on Saturday. We're going to see what happens because there is another front moving in out of the Pacific Northwest coming our direction. That may, I say may, bring us some precipitation come Saturday, but we're not going to hold our breath. Other than that, pretty much a broken record again. All right, that's a look at the weather. Back with Courtney right after this.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. That's Independence University. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate.
1-800-274-8142. 40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-521-3583. That's 1-800-521-3583.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
And welcome back. I'm joined in the studio today by, and you aren't going to see this very often, she is Courtney Leslie. She is the Chief of Police, Hugoton, Kansas, America. Good to see you today.
Good to see you.
You were supposed to be here last week, but I kind of messed that up, didn't I?
I won't hold it against you.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for coming over today.
Thanks for having me.
You've been in Hugoton a while. We were talking before we went on the air. You've been in Hugoton and with the police department a long time.
14 years.
14 years.
Yes.
All right. So now you have coming up on December 18th. Thank you. She told me earlier and it went right by. I think it's because I have this scab on my head. But for 10 years, you guys have been having, and you came up with this, right? You implemented this.
Yes.
Shop with a Cop in Hugoton, America. How did you come up with this? I mean, I know that there's a lot of people that do Shop with a Cop, right?
Right.
But, I mean, I guess I look at Hugoton, nice, quiet, small town. Is there really that big of a need in Hugoton, America to have Shop with a Cop?
Surprisingly, there is.
Wow.
This year we will be shopping for at least 30 kids, maybe up to 35, which is the most we've had in a few years.
Wow. Okay, so now these kids, I mean, do people call or email or whatever and say, there's little whatever over here, they're kind of down and out, or, I mean, how do you find these kids?
We start by advertising, asking for help from the community with recommendations, families that are in need. The officers, it's a small community, so we know most of the families in town, so some of the officers give some input. And then we also work with the schools, the elementary school, and they provide a list of students that they think might need the help.
Okay, now let's talk about, because the Hugoton Police Department, there's 6 full-time officers.
Correct.
That includes you.
Right.
And you have a full-time animal control officer.
Yes.
So, and what's the population of Hugoton?
4,000.
4,000? So you know a lot of the people.
Yes, we do.
Okay. So when you find these kids, and then now on the 18th, you guys are going to load up and go to Walmart and Liberal. You're not going to take the kids with you?
No, we're not. I would like to, because that's the idea of the Shop with a Cop, is to spend the time with the kids. We just haven't been able to make that work yet, logistically.
Well, you'd have to find a way to haul those 30 or 35 kids to Liberal.
And we would need a lot more help for each officer.
Handcuff them together.
I guess we could do that.
And then you can lead them through the store.
We could.
All right, so you have these 30 kids. Now, how do you know what you're going to get for them?
We call the parents and ask for suggestions, clothing sizes. We like to make sure they have winter coats, shoes or boots, and then ask for ideas for toys, what they're into, what their interests are.
Sure. All right, so now you've got these 30, 35 kids, and approximately, how much are you going to spend per child?
Roughly about $100.
Whoa, okay.
Yes.
That's a goodly amount.
It is. It is.
Can I sign up for this?
You sure can.
But okay, so you're talking $100 or more per child. You're going to have 30, 35. You're going to have, $3,500 worth of stuff. Where do you get these funds?
We have donations from the community and then from our diversion fund through the county attorney's office.
All right. So you get these funds and you're going to do this. Now, this is the 10th year. Let me back up a little bit.
Okay.
How did you decide that, all right, we need to do Shop with a Cop here in Hugoton?
Well, I saw on the internet that other agencies were doing it, and I also knew that there was a need in our community, and I really wanted to do something that the officers could spend some time with the kids and it be a positive influence. And so that's where it started.
Okay, so because you used to have an Alco store?
Yes.
And then you were able to take the kids shopping with you.
Yes, that
was
worked
a little
much
easier,
better.
wasn't it?
And we would take them to Pizza Hut or take them to breakfast. The officers would pick up the kids from their homes. We'd take them out to eat and then go shop. And then the parents would pick them up from Alco. And we had volunteers. Each year it evolved into a bigger event. Our first year, we definitely learned a lot. It was a learning curve. And then we would have volunteers come in and wrap the gifts right there at Alco. So everything was ready to go when the parents would pick up the kids.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Okay. So you would pick them up in a patrol car?
Yes.
Were the kids like running the sirens and the lights?
The
and
officers
everything?
let them do that. Once we got to Alco,
I want to do this.
I'll sign you up.
I want to do this. This sounds like fun. Okay, so then you take them to Alco and then shop and do all that.
Yes.
But now with the Alco being closed in Hugoton, you're gonna you'd have to figure a way to get them all the way to Liberal and back.
Right, and then we would either need to scale back on how many kids we shop for, or get a lot more volunteers to help with the shopping.
I can imagine.
It would need to be, I would say, one or two kids per officer.
Okay, so back when you started, 10 years ago. How many kids were you dealing with then?
20, 25.
Okay, so the need has gone up.
Yes.
Which is a sad, it's a great thing that you guys are doing, but it's really kind of sad that
it is.
That we're having to do all this. Okay, so it's you and all the others, all 7 of you, right?
Yes. Well, we'll leave one officer.
Okay.
We have to have one on duty. So one officer stays back.
We don't want to leave the town. So don't worry, on December 18th, there will be somebody on duty. So don't even think about doing anything in Hugoton, right?
Right.
Okay. So, because a small town.
It is. It is.
Although 4,000 is not really that small. I mean, you guys, a typical day in the Hugoton Police Department, I'm sure, is not anything, say, like a Garden City, Dodge City, or Liberal.
No. We're very fortunate in our community. We typically don't see major crimes, more property crimes, domestic type situations, and of course the ongoing fight against drugs.
Yeah,
and that's in every community.
That's everywhere. All right, so back to Shop with the Cop before I get to, because every once in a while I'll get ADD, and squirrel, that type of thing. But if somebody wants to donate or sign up a child or, volunteer to do some of this, how can they get a hold of you guys? There's got to be 100 ways, right?
Yes, they can contact an officer, they can call the police department, or message us on Facebook.
That's how I got a hold of her, messaged her on Facebook, and she got right back to me. So, yeah, you will always take donations on this deal, right?
We will always take donations.
And volunteers.
Yes, and volunteers, yes. We have a group called the Santa Committee, and that's who will wrap the gifts the evening of the 18th once we return from Walmart.
A Santa Committee?
Yes.
Now, so who makes up the Santa Committee? They just local people?
Local people, yes. Our sergeant, Jean Johnson, his wife is on the Santa Committee, and so she kind of gathers up some ladies and they help wrap the gifts.
So once you get all the gifts wrapped for these kids, then instead of taking the kids and then wrapping them and picking, you guys are going to actually deliver all the gifts?
Yes, the officers will deliver the gifts, already wrapped and ready to go.
Front door service?
Front door service.
Put them under the tree?
Yep.
Do the kids have to wait till Christmas to open them?
We would like them to, but I know what happens in some of the homes, so that's okay. That's okay.
That's neat. So all of you are all out and about. You get them all. So on December 18th, go to Walmart.
Yes,
You're going to load up.
We leave Hugoton about 8 or a little bit after, and we show up at Walmart. And then each officer is assigned, 2 or 3 kids that they shop for, and they have all the information that I've gotten from the parents. And they load up a shopping cart, and then we wait until everyone's finished and we check out at once.
Shop till you drop, right then and there.
Yes.
Ooh. I could, that part. Now, I would sign up for the receiving end, but not the shopping.
Not the shopping.
No. This is a super deal, Courtney, that you guys have going on in Hugoton.
Thank you. It's neat, and we really enjoy doing it.
Yeah. And now remember, if you want to, you can call the Hugoton Police Department. You can message them. Get on their Facebook. They're always putting stuff on their Facebook page. I love following local police departments and organizations on Facebook. Follow them because they're always putting stuff on there. You can email them, whatever. And if you just want to volunteer, you don't have the money to give, or if you know of some needy kids, they can get a hold of you, right?
Correct.
Because it's not too late.
No, it's not too late.
It's not the 18th yet.
I'll take names until the last day.
There you go, until you're loading up and heading to
Yes.
Walmart, right?
Yes.
All right. Cardi, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
You have to come back again sometime.
I will.
All right.
All right.
And we'll be back with more right after this.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. That's Independence University. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate.
1-800-274-8142.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled, and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded, so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
And we're back. Hey, you know what? Wichita State, they've been winning. They've moved up to 3 in the AP poll. Let's take a last look at our weather before we get out of here today. 52 degrees already. Relative humidity, though, remember, it is dry. Not a lot of wind, but it is dry. So, fire warning could be out there. Winds are out of the west-northwest at 9. Barometric pressure, yeah, it's still falling. All right, as we look at the 7-day, okay, there's sunshine on there a lot. There is a slight chance on Saturday, though, with the latest front coming out of the Pacific Northwest, pushing this direction that we could see some precipitation, but most likely not. Other than that, go out and have a great Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
Feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you. Wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. That's Independence University. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate.
1-800-274-8142.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled, and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded, so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Portions of TV23's internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet.